If you don't mind, I just got a few fan questions that people sent in to me. They're pretty good ones. Can we do this? First one is from a fellow BKFC fighter, Drew Lipton. Says, "Is it true that you're so tough that you eat oranges without peeling them?"
Uh, I don't eat oranges at all right now.
Is that like a story about you or something? Did you do that? Or?
There's a lot of them, man. It might be. Usually, sometimes I use my teeth to peel it, but that's about it.
All right. Number two, this comes from Lisa Vialba. She says, "You are such an animal and you clearly love fighting. What is it about beating the shit out of someone that you love the most?"
It is therapeutic. I will say that, a lot of stress in life, I can't jump out of my car and beat up the driver that just cut me off. I can't, there's so many times when I have to, control my natural instinct, it's nice to be able to get in the gym on a daily basis and smash some faces. I can tell you, here at home, a lot of times when I'm getting a little bit pent up, my old lady will look at me and she'll just be like, "Go to the fucking gym. Just go to the gym."
Go hit something.
Knows when I come back that stress level will be alleviated.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah, somebody in the comments just says, "Kyle, you heard my road rage story." I was on the phone with somebody today, and they got cut off while they were driving, and he's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" And I'm like, "What's going on?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm about to drag this fucking guy out of his truck." I'm like, "Calm down."
Then you pull up next to him, and it's an 80-year-old woman, and you feel just an asshole.
Yeah, got to hit the gym, man. Got to hit the gym.
Yep.
Next question comes from Larry Davis. What is the origin story behind the nickname Cat Smasher?
So back in the Ultimate Fighter season 1, big surprise, I got real drunk, and in my drunkenness I was talking shit, and it was something like, "Man, I'll fucking smash you cats. I smash cats," and Stephen Bonner started calling me the Cat Smasher, because I kept saying that to him, that I smash cats, and it stuck.
That's fucking awesome. Were you the Crippler before Cat Smasher, or?
No, I don't think so. I was the Crippler after. Just Cat Smasher for a while. Right at the beginning, they called me that, I think, for like my Ultimate Fighter finals fight. They announced me as that, and then after that, I became the Crippler.
It's a fucking great nickname. And the last one I got for you comes from a huge fan of yours, Bob Beauvais. Says, "Can you take a minute to talk about your fight with Otto Olsen at the battle in Seattle? People really should hear this story. It's a great story."
So that's my favorite fight. I have mentioned that before. This was one of my last amateur fights, actually. And Otto, phenomenal athlete, school teacher up there in Washington. He also wrestled for Michigan State. I think his only loss was actually to Josh Koscheck. But, he was undefeated going into that fight. And he was he was by far the favorite, pick. And so long story short, fight starts. Otto's kicking the shit out of me, just wrecking me, and, I somehow managed to stay alive. Then he puts me in a Superman choke. That's what he called it, his Otto guillotine, And if you actually, my friend has a video. So the regular video that's on the internet, you can't quite see it, but my friend has a video. You could see me raise my arm to tap, but then it just falls as I go unconscious. Like, I thought about tapping, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go to sleep," Went to sleep, had a dream in the fight, and then he readjusts. I wake back up, and it's like, "Oh my God, I'm still fighting. What the heck?" I somehow pop up to my feet. I'm falling as I get to my feet. I fall backwards across the cage. And then it as he comes in, very similar to the Terry Martin fight, clipped him. And that was it, man. That was it, he had definitely won that fight, but I lucked out, and he readjusted. The ref didn't see it, and
It's
you know,
amazing, dude. Do you remember the dream?
I can't offhand. Yeah.
What's funny is like if you had a dream that like 10-second sleep might have felt like an hour. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah,
how weird that shit is.
it is.
Unbelievable.
It is weird. It was probably only 2 or 3 seconds that that I was totally out, but yeah, you know how time works with that.
Man, that circles back to my whole point about resilience, man. Like I swear to God, there's not too many comeback fighters like yourself, like in the history of the sport. And I appreciate you so much for coming on today.
That's cool.